Hey everyone, before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more real, emotionally gripping stories like this one. And please share your thoughts in the comments. I want to know if any of you have ever felt the kind of betrayal that leaves you questioning everything you thought you knew about someone you love. I'll never forget the moment it hit me. It was a Thursday evening, and I was scrolling through my phone after a long day at work when I saw her name flash on the screen. But it wasn't the usual "Hey, I love you" message I'd grown used to. It was a photo of her smiling, holding a small velvet box in one hand. My heart stuttered before I even read the caption. "Can't wait for our future together." The man standing next to her wasn't me. I stared at the image, my hands trembling, my chest tightening. My first thought was disbelief. Maybe it was a joke or some cruel mistake. But deep down, a seed of dread had already taken root. In the days leading up to that night, I'd noticed subtle changes, small things I'd tried to ignore. Missed calls that she said were just work. Texts that she hid when I walked into the room. Long hours at the office with no explanation. At first, I blamed myself. Maybe I'd been distant, maybe I hadn't been enough. But the more I noticed, the more I realized something was off. It wasn't just the messages. It was the way she laughed differently on the phone. The way she flinched whenever I touched her shoulder unexpectedly. It was subtle, almost imperceptible to anyone else, but I felt it in every fiber of my being. That Thursday, I confronted her. I tried to keep my voice steady, though it wavered beneath the surface. "Who is he?" I asked, my words barely above a whisper. She looked at me, eyes wide, and for a moment I thought she might deny it. But then the truth hit me like a blow. "I didn't want you to find out like this," she said, her voice trembling. I'm marrying him." The words hung in the air, heavy and suffocating. My mind couldn't process them. Marrying him? What about us? Our life together, the plans we made, the promises whispered in the dark? Everything I thought I knew felt like it was built on sand, collapsing beneath me. In the days that followed, I replayed every memory. The nights she stayed late working, the weekends she suddenly had appointments, the moments she seemed distant during our conversations, all of it now carried the weight of betrayal. I questioned myself constantly. Had I been blind? Was I too trusting? Or had I missed the signs because I wanted to believe in us so badly? The confrontation was inevitable. I remember sitting across from her at the kitchen table, the same table where we'd shared birthdays, anniversaries, and quiet Sunday mornings. I asked the questions I'd held back. How long? Why didn't you tell me? Were any of the moments we shared real? Her eyes filled with tears, not the kind I wanted to see, but the kind that reflected her own guilt and confusion. "I never wanted to hurt you," she said softly. "I didn't mean for it to go this far. I thought I could figure it out before it ever hurt anyone." Her words made the pain worse. Not because I doubted her remorse, but because they confirmed that somehow I had become secondary in her life, an afterthought she couldn't fully let go of, even while building a future with someone else. I felt a rage I didn't recognize in myself. Not the kind that screams or throws objects, but a quiet, burning anger that settled deep in my chest. It was the anger of realizing that the person you loved most had chosen another path, leaving you to question your own worth. I walked away that night, the apartment feeling hollow, echoing with memories that now felt like lies. Each photograph, each shared memory became a knife twisting in my chest. And yet, amidst the heartbreak, I began to notice something else. A quiet, stubborn strength emerging from within me. I didn't lash out. I didn't beg or plead. I allowed myself to feel everything, the hurt, the confusion, the betrayal, without letting it define me. I realized that my life, my dignity, and my self-respect were mine to reclaim, even if the person I loved couldn't honor them. In the weeks that followed, I focused on rebuilding. I surrounded myself with friends who reminded me of my worth, threw myself into work and hobbies I had neglected, and slowly began to reclaim the sense of self that had been overshadowed by the betrayal. Every day was a struggle, but it was also a testament to my resilience. I still think about that night sometimes, the shock, the disbelief, the crushing weight of her announcement. But I also remember the clarity it brought. That love must be mutual, trust cannot be one-sided, and no one can take your worth from you if you refuse to give it away. Betrayal leaves scars, yes, but it can also teach us something vital. That heartbreak is not the end but a beginning. A chance to rediscover ourselves, to rebuild stronger, and to step into a future where our value is recognized. not by those who leave but by ourselves. So if you've ever been blindsided by someone you loved, know this. The pain will sting, memories may ache, but your strength lies in choosing to move forward. Choosing yourself, even when it feels impossible, is the first step toward reclaiming your life. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to subscribe for more stories like this, and share your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear your experiences with betrayal and how you found the courage to keep going.